Hi guys, here's another watch project that I shelved a long time ago. This is even older than the Certina that I showed you the last time. I bought this from eBay about 5 years ago or so, something like that, as a total non-runner. But I had a similar movement. The movement's a AS1668, 17 jewels. They also come in a cheaper version with 7 jewels. I think it's the 7 jewel version that I had, which was also a non-runner. But I hoped that I could make one good one from the two bad. However, that was not to be. These watches are quite interesting actually, because a lot of them, they're from 1964, 65. That's when they came out, but they were produced for a long time after that. And a lot of the movements were fitted with military style dials, and a lot of them ended up going with the guys to Vietnam. A lot of them saw service in Vietnam during the war there. So in my initial inspection of the movement, everything looked present and correct, but there was something obviously wrong with the balance, and I assumed that it was probably something to do with the spring, and I wasn't disappointed. Balances and balance springs in particular have never been a strong point of mine. I'm very much a amateur at this. I enjoy playing with watches, but I by no means profess to be any good at it. And I usually just spend all of my time crawling around the floor looking for parts that I've dropped. I don't have the proper machinery required. I don't even have a time grapher, for example. I just play it by ear, really. So I'll remove this balance and show you what the damage is. And this is what made me shelve the project in the first place, because I originally bought this watch for, I think it was £5 delivered all those years ago, and I really just wanted it to be a cheap, simple movement to play with and learn a little bit of the craft of watch repair. But the balance stopped me right in my tracks. It is available, you can buy them, but they're very, very expensive, extremely expensive. And there's nothing to say that there's not something else wrong with the watch. I'm assuming, which is usually the case, that the watch either run erratically or didn't run at all, and the first thing that someone did was to remove the balance and have a look at that, and in doing that they've completely destroyed it. It's a very, very common issue. People play with balances and they don't know what they're doing, and it's usually the spring that ends up the loser out of it. So there was no way in the world I was going to spend £150 on a new balance for this watch, knowing full well that it probably wouldn't run properly anyway. So I just shelved the project. But I'm hoping to get back into it again now that I have the opportunity to do so. And I'm hoping to maybe fix this balance. I'm not going to buy a new one, not for this watch for sure. But I'm hoping to perhaps fix the spring. So let's get the spring off. I'll show you the damage. It's actually very, very difficult to show you what's going on with this spring. But I think you can see that it's coiled within itself. It's twisted. And maybe that is something that I can sort out. But this thing is so delicate It's probably 50, 60 years old. So I know how it feels. It's bouncing about simply by the movement of my hand. But I think you can see there that it's tangled up. And there ain't no way in the world that this balance is going to work like that. No chance. Very difficult to show it. I'll try another way. And no, I can't do it with my phone. It's not. The spring isn't even showing up. I'll have to try something else. So I've removed the hairspring and balance wheel from the balance, and I think you can see that the hairspring is absolutely hideously bent, and there's a big bend here. So what I'm going to try to do is unbend it using nothing more than willpower and a pair of tweezers. I've never actually had any success doing this before, but I'll give it a go and see what happens. Anyone with any wisdom, please feel free to make a comment how I should go about this. It actually took me about an hour to find a small enough screwdriver to remove the stud from the balance cock. God, nothing's easy in this game, is it? Nothing's easy at all. Oh well, guys, the game's up now. The hairspring broke away from the stud just as I got it reattached, but I couldn't do anything about the twisting. Not only was it bent, but it's twisted. You can see that bright spot there is where the twist starts. And it's very, very difficult to manipulate this hairspring. I can't do it. I'm sure there are some guys who can do it. Good luck to you if you can. So all of this stuff is going in the dustbin. Bye.